The chevron on Spartanburg's Pine Street hummed with morning chaos, gas pumps beeping, commuters rushing, and a faint haze of exhaust. Marcus Tate, a black man in his late 30s, stepped out of a sleek black SUV with government plates. His charcoal suit was crisp, no tie, just a silver USSS badge clipped discreetly to his belt. An earpiece gleamed in his right ear. He needed coffee, black, no sugar, before a high-stakes briefing. Inside, the clerk nodded as Marcus grabbed his cup. Outside, Officer Jared Holt, a county deputy with a buzz cut and mirrored aviators, pulled his cruiser in fast, tires screeching. He clocked the SUV, Marcus's suit, and the earpiece. His jaw tightened. "You with that vehicle?" Holt barked, stepping out, hand on his holster. Marcus turned, calm. "Yes, sir. I'm on official duty. My credentials, name." "Now," Holt snapped, closing the distance. His voice carried over the pumps. A woman filling her tank glanced over, phone in hand. "Deputy Chief Marcus Tate, United States Secret Service," Marcus said evenly, hands visible. Holt smirked. "Secret Service?" "Sure, buddy." He laughed, loud enough for a teen near the ice cooler to look up. "Show me that badge." Slowly. Marcus nodded, reaching for his jacket. Holt's hand twitched to his gun. "Don't try anything fancy," he growled, pulling the weapon. A man at pump 3 froze, pulling out his phone. "I'm no threat," Marcus said, voice steady, setting his coffee down. He knelt, hands behind his head, badge gleaming. Holt scoffed, circling him. Across the lot, another black SUV rolled in silently. Someone inside was watching. And they weren't laughing. Marcus Tate knelt on the gritty asphalt, hands laced behind his head, coffee cooling beside him. Officer Jared Holt paced, gun drawn, aviators hiding his twitching eyes. "You think I'm new?" Holt sneered. "Fake badges are a dime a dozen." His voice echoed across the Chevron lot, drawing stares. A young woman near the car wash hit record on her phone, whispering, "This ain't right." Marcus stayed calm, his posture rigid but not defiant. "My credentials are in my jacket, left pocket," he said, eyes forward. "I'm Secret Service, on assignment." Holt laughed again, sharper. "Assignment? What, guarding the red box?" A few bystanders chuckled nervously, but most watched in silence, phones up. The crowd grew, 2 teens by the snack machine, a trucker at pump 5, all filming. Holt stepped closer, gun steady. "You got backup in that fancy SUV? Recording me?" He yanked the vehicle's door open, expecting trouble. Instead, a laptop glowed on the console, a USSS ID clipped to the visor. His smirk faltered, but he doubled down. "Impersonating a federal officer's a felony, pal." Marcus's voice cut through, clear and calm. "You just searched a secured federal vehicle without cause." Holt froze, then scoffed. "Keep talking, tough guy." But his grip on the gun tightened. The second black SUV idled near the air pump now, unnoticed by Holt. A door clicked open. A tall woman in black, earpiece in, stepped out. "Status, Deputy Chief," she called, voice sharp. Marcus didn't move. "Non-compliant officer, drawn weapon, unauthorized search." "I've not resisted." Her eyes locked on Holt. "Lower that gun. Now." Holt turned, stunned. The crowd's phones caught every second, and the air grew heavier. Something was about to break. Officer Jared Holt's gun wavered as he faced the woman from the second SUV. She stood tall, light brown skin, all black attire, her USSS badge gleaming under the chevron's fluorescent lights. "Senior Agent Lena Carter, Secret Service," she said, credentials raised. "You're pointing a weapon at my superior, Deputy Chief Marcus Tate. Explain yourself." Holt blinked, pride battling panic. "He claims he's Secret Service," he stammered. "I'm verifying." You don't just roll through here with fancy plates and expect, you pulled a gun on a federal officer, Lena snapped. That's not verification. That's a crime. Her voice was ice, cutting through the morning hum of Spartanburg traffic. The crowd swelled, 10, 15 people now, phones up, capturing Holt's flushed face and Marcus still kneeling, hands behind his head. A man yelled, "Yo," he said he's Secret Service. A woman near the store entrance whispered, "This is going viral." Holt lowered his gun an inch, defiant. "I had reason to suspect." "Save it," Lena interrupted. "You laughed at his badge. You searched his vehicle. You're done." A third SUV screeched into the lot, black, unmarked, 2 men in suits spilling out. One, gray-haired, moved with authority. "Supervisory Agent Paul Reyes," he said, badge flashing. "Deputy, holster that weapon." Holt's shoulders sagged, but his jaw stayed tight. He reholstered slowly, eyes darting to the crowd's phones. Marcus rose, brushing dust off his suit, calm as ever. "I'm unharmed," he told Reyes. Reyes nodded, then faced Holt. "You're under administrative hold. Step back." A teen shouted, "Got it all on video." The crowd buzzed, posts already hitting X, "Cop pulls gun on black agent. Bad move." Holt's world was unraveling, and the cameras didn't blink. Officer Jared Holt stood frozen, his gun holstered but his ego still armed. The Chevron lot pulsed with tension, phones raised, whispers spreading, and the weight of Agent Paul Reyes's words sinking in. "Surrender your firearm," Reyes said, voice low but unyielding. "You're detained pending review." Holt's face flushed red. "Detained? For doing my job?" His hand twitched near his belt, a reflex. Lena Carter and the second agent shifted forward, hands on their holsters. The crowd gasped, a woman shouting, "Don't do it, man." Holt caught the phones, dozens now, filming his every move. He unclipped his gun, holding it grip first to Reyes. An agent took it, and Holt raised his hands, jaw clenched. "This ain't how it works here," he muttered. "It's exactly how it works," Reyes replied. "You drew on a federal officer, tampered with his vehicle, and ignored his credentials. Sit in that sedan." He pointed to an unmarked car pulling in, DHS plates gleaming. Marcus Tate adjusted his jacket, standing tall, his coffee still on the ground. Lena glanced at him. "You good, sir?" "Better now," Marcus said, his voice steady. The crowd cheered softly, a man yelling, "That's how you handle it." A teen posted, "Cops in trouble now. Secret Service ain't playing." Holt slid into the sedan, head down, as Lieutenant Greg Dunn, his supervisor, arrived, face pale. Dunn paced, phone to ear, muttering, "This is a mess." Across the lot, a woman with silver braids leaned into her car. "That man stayed calm," she told her son. "That's power." Marcus met Reyes's eyes. "Media's coming," Reyes warned. "Let them," Marcus said. The videos were already spreading, and Spartanburg was about to become a national story. The Chevron lot buzzed as Officer Jared Holt sat in the DHS sedan, his uniform suddenly too tight. Phones still recorded, capturing his slumped posture. Marcus Tate stood with agents Lena Carter and Paul Reyes, their SUVs forming a quiet barrier. The crowd, now 20 strong, shared clips on X, captions blazing. "Cop laughed at Secret Service badge, now he's done." One post from at Upstate Vibes hit 10,000 shares in minutes. Inside a field command SUV, Marcus sat with Lena and a DHS liaison, Rachel Kim. She scrolled through footage flooding in. 6 videos, clean audio on 4, Kim said. Civilians uploaded raw. "It's trending." Reyes leaned in. "Go on record today, Deputy Chief." Media's circling, CNN, local news, even podcasts. Marcus shook his head. "No press. Let the report speak." His voice was calm, but his eyes traced the crowd outside, kids filming, a trucker nodding respect. Kim glanced at her tablet. Hashtag #MarcusTate is climbing. They're calling you a hero. I'm no hero, Marcus said. Just a man getting coffee. Outside, the gas station clerk, a lanky guy named Ty, gave a statement to an agent. Holt's always been jumpy, Ty said. Yelled at me once over a locked fridge. Today, I thought he'd shoot. That man, Marcus, stayed cool. I got it on my phone, late, but it's something. Back in the SUV, Lena checked her phone. Governor's office just called DHS. They're nervous. Let them sweat, Reyes said. Holt's record is under review. 3 complaints, no discipline. That's changing. A girl near the store posted, he knelt, didn't flinch. That's strength. Her video racked up views. Marcus exhaled, staring at the chaos he hadn't asked for. The story was no longer his, it belonged to the world now. The Chevron's parking lot thinned, but the air stayed heavy. Officer Jared Holt sat in the DHS sedan, staring at his boots, his badge now a liability. Lieutenant Dunn, his supervisor, argued with an agent outside, voice rising. Holt's a good deputy. This is overblown. But the crowd's phones, still filming, told a different story. Inside the command SUV, Marcus Tate leaned back, hands folded. Agent Lena Carter checked her phone. X is exploding, she said. Top trend, cop cuffed after mocking agent. Your name's everywhere, sir. Marcus rubbed his temple. I didn't want this. DHS liaison Rachel Kim typed furiously. 7 news outlets want interviews. MSNBC, Fox, even a viral TikTok account. Your high school yearbook photo leaked. No cameras, Marcus said firmly. Not yet. Paul Reyes nodded. Smart. But this won't stay quiet. Holt's file shows a pattern, excessive force, ignored complaints. IA's digging now. Outside, a protester held a sign, Justice for Marcus. A kid shouted, I posted it. 5,000 likes. The clerk, Ty, told another agent, Holt always acted untouchable. Not today. In the sedan, Holt overheard Dunn on the phone. Suspended without pay, Dunn muttered. Holt's face drained. His career was unraveling, caught in a viral loop he couldn't escape. Lena glanced at Marcus. You handled it like steel. Most would have cracked. Cracking wasn't an option, Marcus said. One wrong move, and I'm not here. I thought of my son, asking why I didn't come home. Kim paused her typing. That's why this matters. People see you, a black man, a leader, not backing down. A woman outside told her friend, he's what strength looks like. Her post captioned, this is our story too. The video spread faster, and Spartanburg's gas station became a national mirror. By noon, Spartanburg's Chevron was a media circus, news vans parked crooked, reporters jostling for shots of the now empty DHS sedan where Officer Jared Holt had sat. Posts on X surged past 100,000 shares, with clips of Marcus Tate kneeling, unflinching, under Holt's gun. Hashtag Justice for Marcus trended globally, captioned screaming, he said he was Secret Service. Cop laughed. Look who's laughing now. Inside a DHS command post, Marcus sat at a steel table with agents Lena Carter, Paul Reyes, and media advisor Carla Nguyen. A muted TV played the viral clip on loop. Nguyen sighed. Your name's out, Deputy Chief. A local paper confirmed your USSS role. CNN wants you live. Marcus shook his head. No interviews. The truth doesn't need my face. Nguyen pressed gently. The footage speaks, but people want your voice. You're a symbol now. I'm a man, Marcus said, staring out the window. Protesters waved signs, badge doesn't mean bias. A teen filmed, narrating, this is real out here. Reyes slid a folder across. Holt's record, 5 complaints, 2 for aggression. No suspensions. That's why this hit hard. Lena nodded. Public's eating it up. They see you, not him. Marcus stood, pacing. He'd guarded presidents, diffused threats, but this, his own life dissected, felt raw. A knock interrupted. Director James Holt, no relation, regional USSS head, entered. You held it together, Tate. Better than most. No choice, Marcus said. Anger would have buried me. James leaned in. Speak, or they'll speak for you. Your call. Marcus exhaled. One statement. My terms. 3 days later, Marcus Tate stood at a simple podium in Spartanburg's community center, no flags or fanfare, just rows of folding chairs packed with 200 locals. He wore slacks and a navy sweater, sleeves rolled, his USSS badge tucked away. The crowd, teens, elders, workers, waited, phones up but silent, ready for his words. I've protected people who'll never know me, Marcus began, voice steady. That's the job, stay invisible, stay sharp. But last week, I was seen, not for my badge, but for my skin. The room hushed, a teen in the front row leaning forward, eyes wide. I wasn't a threat, but Officer Holt decided I didn't belong, Marcus continued. He laughed at my badge, drew his gun. I knelt, not out of fear, but because I had to choose who I'd be in that moment. A woman nodded, whispering, that's strength. Her friend posted, he's speaking truth. My son asked me why this happened, Marcus said. He's 10. I told him, when someone lowers the bar, you raise yours. When they lose control, you hold your ground. The crowd murmured agreement, soft claps rippling. I don't hate Holt, Marcus added. I'm disappointed. A uniform should serve, not judge. A retired cop in the back stood, glasses fogging. You reminded me what the badge means, he said later, shaking Marcus's hand. As Marcus stepped down, a girl posted, he didn't yell, but we heard him. Her clip spread, racking up views. Outside, signs read, we see you, Marcus. Back home, Marcus sat with his son, who drew a picture, a man in a suit, standing tall. You didn't fight, his son said. No, Marcus replied. But I spoke. The world was still watching, and his voice was just beginning to echo. The Spartanburg Community Center emptied, but Marcus Tate's words lingered, shared across X, TikTok, and news feeds. Clips of his speech, calm, measured, powerful, hit millions of views. Hashtag #RaiseYourBar trended, with captions like, he didn't break, and neither will we. Cable news ran his story on repeat, headlines blaring, Secret Service agent shames cops' bias, Officer Jared Holt's world crumbled. Suspended without pay, his personnel file now public, 5 complaints resurfaced, 2 for excessive force, all previously dismissed. Internal Affairs launched a formal probe, and the Sheriff's Department issued a vague statement, we're reviewing protocols. It rang hollow, and people noticed. At a DHS office, Marcus sat with Agent Lena Carter and Director James Holt. A TV showed protesters outside the sheriff's station, signs demanding accountability. Lena scrolled X, you're a movement, sir. They're calling for reform. I didn't want that, Marcus said, staring at his coffee, now cold again. I just wanted fairness. James leaned forward. You showed what fairness looks like. Holt's done. His badge won't save him. Outside, a young man posted, Marcus Tate stayed cool, and now the system's sweating. His video got 80,000 likes. The gas station clerk, Ty, told a reporter, Holt acted like he owned the place. Marcus showed who really had power. Marcus drove home, passing a billboard someone had graffitied, see the truth. His phone buzzed, his sister texting a photo of his son holding a sign, my dad's a hero. He smiled faintly, then called Lena. No more statements. I'm back to work. But the story wasn't over. A national op-ed quoted his speech, calling it a blueprint for dignity. Protests grew, and Marcus's silence spoke louder than any interview. The world demanded change, and it started at a gas station. Marcus Tate returned to work at a USSS training facility in Georgia, facing a room of young recruits, sharp, eager, badges yet to be earned. "Your job isn't just protection," he said, voice steady. "It's seeing clearly when chaos hits. One wrong call can't be undone." A recruit raised her hand. "How do you stay calm, sir, like at the gas station?" Marcus paused. "You don't train for calm. You train for clarity, listening, not reacting. Truth doesn't need volume." A recruit, a young black woman, lingered after. "My cousin saw your video. He trusts cops less, but you? He respects." "Thank you." Marcus nodded. "That's enough for me." Back in Spartanburg, Officer Jared Holt faced a disciplinary hearing. His suspension became permanent, his badge was revoked. The department announced new training on bias and de-escalation, spurred by public pressure. Protesters still gathered, holding signs. "Marcus Tate showed us." On X, the story lived on. A viral thread read, "He knelt, he spoke, he changed the game." Clips of Marcus's speech hit 10 million views, shared with captions like, "This is how you fight without fists." His niece posted a drawing, a man in a suit under the words "Be better." That evening, Marcus sat on his porch, sipping water, horizon fading to dusk. His son joined him, holding the hero sign. "Will it happen again, Dad?" "Some will always judge first," Marcus said. "But more are listening now." He texted his sister, "Keep teaching him to ask why." That's how we grow. The story didn't end, it taught. Dignity outlasts bias. Silence can roar. And character shines when the world's watching. If this moved you, share it. Truth like Marcus's deserves to echo, louder than any gun drawn in haste.